Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, I wanted to go live because I have a very exciting, I can't speak. That's how excited I am. Because I have a very exciting announcement. So, I have finally finished my 21-day meditation challenge for people who suffer from ED, eating disorder, anorexia. I hope that YouTube doesn't monetize this because obviously this is to help people and it's very annoying that YouTube does this. Of course, it has its reasons for doing this, but whatever. So I am so excited because this is a program that anybody who is suffering, of course, from this disease can use to help in recovery. It's very specific for that issue. So as far as I know, I don't know if there's anything out there that is that for that length of period. I do know there's some meditations out there. So I'm super excited to share this with you all. So I just also want you to understand that not only do I come from a background of obviously teaching meditation, I actually work with people in recovery. Um, Specifically drug addiction. And I also have a history of working in mental health, as well as I have obviously, well, not obviously, but I have suffered from eating disorder myself. So it started for me at the age of, I think, 10. It's very young when it started. And then I had it for most of my life up until I believe I was 25. So about 10 years ago. Um, I have used meditation throughout my journey in this life to heal, to get better, to manifest things in my life. And obviously, this meditation is definitely going to help. It's not going to be a solution. I just want to make that very clear. You cannot expect that one meditation. I mean, it might. There's always, you never know. But the point is, it's going to help you to basically reprogram your subconscious mind, rewire your brain to having new pathways, because especially when we do something with an eating disorder, which becomes very much ritualistic, it becomes a very ingrained habit and a very strong coping mechanism, just like any addiction. You need to basically create new pathways in your brain to basically shift this habit. So a way to do that is meditation. You can use these meditations, of course. I recommend once in the morning and once at night. You can also do it while you're sleeping because your subconscious mind picks up everything. So this is just basically, think of it like a booster for somebody who's really trying to heal. I will put a link in the description box for you guys to find it. I will also put like a little whatever tag thing there. I unfortunately I wanted to put it up on Amazon and YouTube and all that sort of stuff, but apparently it's too long. So I had to find a website where I could upload it. It's very affordable. It's $15. So it's not something too crazy. You can listen to it as many times as you like. And I really believe that it's going to help a lot of people. This is what I do. This is what I'm very passionate about. This is something that I have gone through myself. And this is just another way to approach eating disorders in recovery, of course. So while I'm here, I might as well just talk a little bit about it. So usually when it happens to a lot of people with eating disorders, it's because they usually, I mean, sometimes it has something to do with them not having control of their own body or of their world. So having an eating disorder basically helps you control something in your life. It is also a little bit kind of like, I also had bulimia with anorexia. So the purging kind of became like a self-harming kind of thing. So there was actually relief every time I did it. It was like a detox. Now, I'm not here to give anybody advice on diet. That's not what I am an expert at. I am very healthy, just so you guys know. Obviously, been in recovery. I haven't, relapsed in a very long time. But for me personally, what changed everything obviously was getting help, professional help, learning a little bit more about the disease itself. So literally looking at more from a neutral perspective as opposed to from the perspective of the addict, if you like. And and I started to, number one, realize that there were other people who had a healthy weight and they weren't struggling. They didn't have to put as much effort in. And like, why was it so hard for me? I hope my hair doesn't go crazy. I tried to put it in a bun, but that did not go well, clearly. whatever. So, educating yourself, informing yourself as much as you can, definitely get help, and do not stop at just one method of help. For me personally, I started doing kinesiology. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's something to do with muscle memory. So it's basically more to do with the body and reprogramming the body memory. I hope I explained it well. Excuse me to all of the kinesiologists out there. But that was something that was really powerful for me. So therapy definitely worked, but for me, that kind of stuff worked much more deeply, because it was on another level, and it wasn't on a spoken level. It was on an emotional level. It was on an intuitive level. It was on a physical level. This disease is a physical disease. Yes, of course, it's mental, but we're using our body to express this pain and to get through, or whatever it is that we need. The other thing I started to do is trying different things. So the other problem with the ED is that you are very much in a routine and you have a ritual. So you do the same exact thing almost every day. You're going to eat the same exact amount of food, or you're going to throw up this amount of times. So there's a ritual to it, and breaking that ritual is incredibly difficult, painful. God, it's awful. It's really awful. But it's what is required in order to create a shift in the behavior, in the habits, in the programming. But for me, the number one thing that really saved me was when I became vegan. Now, the reason for that is because I already had a lot of guilt eating, a lot. And then if you add on the fact that I was eating animals, and I was adding to the torture and the negativity, also being a spiritual person. I'm sorry for all the spiritual people out there, but I'm sorry if you're really spiritual. If you want to keep the peace and you want to do all that sort of stuff, eating meat is, not really helpful, not only to the environment, but also clearly to other lives. So I had a very strong understanding of that. And obviously, having an eating disorder can also be very triggering, because once again, people think you're restricting your food, but it actually had the opposite effect for me. It didn't restrict my food. It actually gave me more options. And suddenly I obviously exercising and trying different things throughout my journey. Eventually I figured it out, and I now, I exercise, but I don't overly exercise. I eat very well. I have had blood tests, by the way, for those of you who think that vegans are weak and don't have strength. My blood test is absolutely perfect, including my iron. Of course, once again, you've got to educate yourself as much as possible, because being vegan doesn't mean you're healthy. So you need to make sure that you're getting the right nutrients. So having beans, having quinoa, having broccoli, having the right types of foods that obviously work with your body and your needs. So anyway, there are different levels to it, but for me, that was one of the biggest shifts, and also was the biggest shift in my body, because that's when I started to shed off any extra weight, and I finally started to look the way I wanted to look and feel, of course. And by the way, my energy tripled, for all you meat eaters out there. So I didn't want to go too much into it. I might make another video one day about I just realized how crazy I look. I might do another video on my eating disorder, but I just wanted to make this announcement because I know this is going to help so many people. So if you know anyone who is suffering, if you want to, if you're a parent whose child is going through this and your child is a little bit more on the spiritual side, this is a great thing to give them. So as I said, the link to my program will be down below. Also, there'll be my book will be there, as well as my website. And that's it. You can also find it on my website, by the way. Sorry, the 21-day meditation challenge. It will be, as you go into my website, it'll literally say 21-day meditation channel. You just need to you need to click that, and it'll take you directly to the website where you can download. So that's it. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for taking the time today, for watching this video, for hearing me out. Let me know in the comments below if there's any videos that you want me to do specific, as I said, about maybe my eating disorder journey, my recovery, maybe even veganism, spirituality, and veganism. I don't know. You let me know. Apart from that, have an amazing, magical day.